to the Soda Pop Podcast. As always, Soda stands for School of the Arts, and Pop just sounds nice next to it. I am one of your hosts, Dottie Tanner.
And I'm the other host, Brandon Underwood. And welcome back. Today we are doing some fun things. We are talking about what it means to be an artist and answering some other very important art questions. But at the same time, we are making our own art.
Yes, for those of you who are visual listeners, I think almost all of our listeners listen while watching like the YouTube video or watching us on Spotify. But if you're an audio listener, you're going to be a little bit of a disadvantage today. Yeah. We have a plethora of markers, and we also have Play-Doh, which may or may not come into play
Play-Doh
later in the episode.
Speaking of which, if you do watch us on YouTube, check us out on Spotify. You can also watch us on there. And it really does mean a lot. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, everything else. Go check us out on Instagram. We've got some cool stuff on there. Any support help. Drop a like, leave a comment, whatever. We love you guys, and I love seeing your support. I saw we had like a comment on our Spotify the other day, and I was like, "This touches my soul." Yeah, I think it was one of our friends being like, "This reminds me of Endgame."
Right.
I was like, okay, thank you very much. Okay, no more comments. No. That is the last comment we'll ever get.
No, but it does warm our hearts whenever you guys comment on things, whenever we see the viewer counts on things and they're a little bit higher than normal. We love that.
Yeah, share them to your friends. Put this on everything.
Post this on your story.
Yeah. Do you want to... We're drawing first, right?
Yes, we're drawing while we answer questions.
Okay, while we answer questions.
Yes.
So the first challenge, I guess.
Oh, God.
The thing that our producer, Marty, told us to do was to try and draw one another.
Guys, this is going to be bad. I love you guys with my whole heart. And I know this is an arts podcast, and most people, when they think of art, they think of visual art. We are not visual artists.
We are not.
We are film majors. We know how to do things with things in the real world. We don't make
within the real world.
Within the real world.
Yeah.
We don't conjure things up from our brains and put it on paper. I mean.
Yeah, and put it on paper. Yeah. It is like I was telling Dottie before this. Like this is probably the part of the art. Well, I don't know. Culinary, I'm pretty bad too.
Really?
Yesterday, I was making grilled cheese, and my version of a grilled cheese is just like mayo on bread, and then a slice of cheese, and then put it in the microwave. And that's
Brandon. Are you serious? Oh my God, Brandon.
I mean, it's just like...
So next week, actually, our plan for next week is to have a culinary student on. I'm telling her that.
I didn't realize until someone was like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on?
Did your girlfriend see you do that one time and she was concerned?
Yeah, she was oh, there went my phone. She was just like, what are you doing?
I like that. That's funny.
But yeah, that and tomato soup, and that's dinner.
Well, grilled cheese and tomato soup. Mayonnaise is a very interesting. I've heard that people put mayonnaise. Okay, so bread, mayo, and then do you put the cheese atop the mayo?
So yeah, bread, a layer of mayo on the bread, on each side of the bread.
On each side. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a lubricant.
Okay.
I don't know why that was the word that I wanted to use, but yeah.
So wait, I'm so sorry. Also, it should be noted, a lubricant in order to get it down into your stomach faster.
It gives the sandwich more flavor. Sometimes I do salt and pepper to it as well.
Right, when you're feeling fancy.
Yeah, when I'm feeling fancy. But usually the tomato soup that I'll have with it has so much salt in it.
Right,
it's salty.
But not enough pepper.
Not enough pepper. That's true. I don't know. Some pepper is very ineffective for me.
Wait, Brandon, can you gander at me? Is that how you want me to draw you?
We could do it off. We got to do it off memory. I'm gonna do mine off of memory.
I just wanted to look at you for a second. Okay.
As much as okay. Well, and while we're doing this, we can talk about. This is
already really bad. Don't look at mine, okay?
I'm not looking. All right, we're gonna talk about what is it? What does it mean to be an artist? What does it mean for you to be an artist?
For me, Dottie Tanner.
Yeah, for you, as a person in the world.
I think that for me, it kind of allows me to sort of it like allows me to have a part of myself that exists outside of myself, so that like it's almost okay. So you said you were gonna do it from memory, and I see you looking at me.
Yeah, you're right. I am like studying you. I'm sorry. It was kind of intrinsic. Let me chill out. Okay. I used to draw by like tracing. That was my thing. I would like, or not tracing. I would just like have a picture of it. Right next to it. That's how I got really good at drawing Angry Birds.
Hey, you are good at drawing Angry Birds. I've seen that. Anyways, back to your question. I think that for me, it is a way to sort of like exist like past myself in like an external way. Especially with like film and stuff like that. It's something that is always, for me, in my experience, a lot of the times it's very like personal, the things that I make movies about and I write movies about. And so like it's sort of, it's kind of a little window into my noggin, which is normally a lot of people are really thrown off by that. Yeah. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's a form of self-expression.
Now I gandered at you. I can't be gandering.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were doing. Yeah. So for me, what it means to be an artist, I guess. It really is self-express.
Hold on.
Okay, Dottie's muted herself. It really is like, I guess, self-expression in a lot of ways, and like the freedom and the relief, I guess, that comes with that. Yeah. I will say you gandered. I saw you gander.
I'm gandering to listen.
Okay. And the self-expression that comes with that. And I think I take a lot of inspiration from a little short, I guess it's a short story. I don't know, not short story, whatever it is, short or piece of writing. George Orwell's Why I Write. I got assigned it in high school to read. We basically, I was in a community college English course or whatever, and we basically read short stories every weekend, or like every week. That's what we would do, and that was one of the ones we read. And while I was reading it, I think it just struck a chord with me. Why like George Orwell wrote and did the stuff he did, and like he felt like, oh, I can't remember all of it, but I do remember just certain points like really sticking for me. And he was saying, one of the big things he says is that he feels like there's something he has to say, and he can't say it any other way than like combining it with aesthetics and like with other things. He can't just like, he feels like he won't be, if I remember correctly, he feels like he won't be heard. I'm sure I'll have someone like correct me or say that I'm wrong or whatever, but like that's what I remember from it. And I thought it was a beautiful sentiment. I was like, this strikes a chord with me. So I think it's like I have stuff to say, and I don't always know how to say it, or I don't know exactly where it's coming from or what it's indicative of inside me. But it's like, okay, this is something about me or the way I feel about the world or something I've noticed. And the only way I can say it is with aesthetics and with what I know as an artist. And sometimes it gets muddied. I think, there's that part of artistic expression where everything just flows really quickly, and it's like, just out of the blue one day you think of this amazing idea, and it's like time to do it. And then there's like, oh, I'm doing an assignment for school, and I have to
stay within these parameters. Or
make a commercial with like this kind of framework and this kind of stuff. And it's like sometimes it's really creatively like draining, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
When it's more of like considered work, but I still think it's a very valiant effort, and I mean, it pays the bills as well.
Right.
Where do you, I guess, off of that, where do you draw your line of commercialism, and or like how commercial do you think art should be? Because there are definitely times where I think like I think recently I was reading an article for my marketing class about how McDonald's is using like K-pop right now for one of their like marketing ploys or whatever. And it does kind of feel weird when like $1 billion industry like takes something and then like makes it their own or whatever for like a Happy Meal. Right. It's like, I don't know how I would feel about that if I as an artist got turned into a Happy Meal. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think definitely like there is a place for for art in commercialism. I think that my issue stems from whenever like it bleeds the other way, whenever like commercialism finds its way into art, if that makes sense. Like I think that whenever like for example, McDonald's using K-pop, like they're using something that's popular in the culture to bring in more customers. I think that's great. Now, if whatever K-pop band that they're like using started writing a song about McDonald's, then I'm kind of like, if that makes sense. Like if it's something where it's like, and they're releasing it as like a genuine, like, this is
the love for McDonald's.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of like that throws me a little bit,
Well,
but also, you know,
well, that kind of gets into a weird line because it's like, I love nature. You know, I mean, I think you can love, like, there are aesthetics and there are ideas that you can love about things that, like, you can be genuine about, you can genuinely creatively express. So I think that's a weird line, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I don't know that I'm, like, necessarily, I don't normally bring things that are, like, popular in my life into my art. So I don't know that I'm necessarily the best person to answer the question.
Don't look over. Don't look over here.
Don't look at it.
It's not going well. So don't. If you
have you gandered at mine?
If it a little bit, it's looking better than mine is.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna color mine in later. I'm starting with like a really rough framework and I'm building off of it.
Right.
I can't promise it's going to be great, but you know.
Okay.
Great art
isn't. I don't know. Wait, actually, for like 1 moment, will you look at me? I don't know what shape your eyes are.
You think I know what shape your eyes are?
Well, girl, you can ask.
Acting
like you can't
oval,
ask me questions.
Oval. Okay. Would you say another cool question we have here?
Brandon prepared the questions this time, by the way.
I did.
I
did. Is everyone an artist? The line between creativity and art. Where do you think the line is drawn? Because there's like there's the thing. There's the thing in Ratatouille where he's like
everyone can cook.
Everyone can cook, and then he's like, not everyone.
I don't know. I think that it's sort of like everyone can do art, but can everyone do good art? Does that make sense? Like, and also kind of something that is explored in. Have you ever seen the movie Mona Lisa Smile?
I've heard the song Sarah Smile.
Oh, so hold on. Let me pull up Mona Lisa Smile for you.
Okay, pull up Mona Lisa Smile.
And then we just sit here and watch it for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, that's the rest of the episode. You guys are in for a long one.
So this movie, it's got Julia Roberts in it. It's got like a bunch of different, like really famous. It's got Kirsten Dunst, Julia Stiles, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Jennifer Goodwin. Like it's like a ton of like low-key really famous women specifically.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Dead Poets Society. It's like basically this teacher goes into this school and she's an art teacher and she's sort of teaching these women because it's an all-girls college. She's teaching them like to deconstruct the things that they've known.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that she talks about is what makes good art and who decides. And it's like such an interesting concept and something that I don't feel like we really think about a lot. Like I feel like you take an art class, you know, whenever you're in high school or in college, wherever, you take an art class and then somebody's like, you know, Van Gogh is like a really good artist and
it's like, why?
And Da Vinci's a really good artist or, you know, like all of these different people in like their different ways of being fantastic artists and like very, very famous people. And it's kind of like, okay, but what made this guy super popular, you know? Because some people are super famous not in their own time.
Yeah.
So it's
Van Gogh being one, he wasn't popular during when he was active.
So
or not very.
That's kind of something that I like think about a lot is like, do I get to be the judge of things that are good or bad? Or is that somebody else's job and I'm taking it, you know? But I don't know. I think that like as long as you're making art and it's making you happy, this picture looks so bad.
Are you looking at mine?
Mine looks terrible.
Okay, don't look at mine. Yours is a lot better than mine. If that's any indication, I'm gonna hang that up. Don't.
Mine?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's seriously not that bad. And that's a good question. That'll be our next question. What what makes good art? What makes bad art? But I think for me, like when it comes to is everyone an artist? I agree with you. I think it is definitely a thing of like it. I think everyone can make art. I don't think everyone is going to be able to have the commercial output or the commercial success that certain people do, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Because like there are amazing artists who are not like commercially successful,
right?
Or not, and I think what you're saying, like, it does have to come out of a place of self-expression. And I think back to the commercialism thing, like, if you're forcing yourself to like drum up art or whatever, and your heart is not in it, if you're not getting some of that, feeling some of that outpour of or like feeling some sort of just like worthwhileness to your work or whatever. It's not worth doing it. It's not worth doing it.
For sure. And I also think that that's like, I think that might be the thing that differentiates like an artist from a non-artist, is whether your heart is in it or not. Because I mean, I think that there are so many people who, like, I mean, neither of us are visual artists. So like, we're not putting our whole hearts into drawing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, whenever I'm writing a movie, whenever I'm making a movie, my whole heart is in that, and like, I think that like people who are culinary majors or people who like want to go into food, their whole heart is in making food. And like, that's what makes them an artist versus just like somebody who works in like whatever restaurant as like whatever kind of cook, but they're doing it for the money, if that makes sense. Like, that's a huge difference, is like whether or not you're doing it, like your purpose in doing it. If you're doing it for to get by, or if you're doing it because you love it and you would do it whether you were making a lot of money.
Mine is so bad. Dude, it's so bad.
I don't feel like mine's very good, but
dude, oh, yours is leagues better.
You're like glazing me, chill.
Dude, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's look. Oh, we were going to talk about what makes good art. What to you, Dottie, makes good art? Because I think that's something subjective. Because there's sometimes, especially with films, and I know music is a big thing. I mean, well, every form of art or whatever. Because a lot of times nowadays, like, people see like modern art or whatever, and it's like, why is this like, one red dot on a white canvas, like, the in a museum or whatever, it's like, really. So what makes good art to you? I will say, I guess some of it has to do, I've heard some of it has to do with like just how a market values it, like how much people decide it's worth. Like, if it's painted by like Jay-Z, it's automatically worth more than if it's painted by Brandon Underwood.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that like, wait, what's the base of the question?
What makes good art to you?
Okay.
What makes good art to you?
I think that it's just kind of...
I guess I was more so talking about popular art. But
okay.
Anyway, but I guess what makes good art to you, whether it's popular or not, whether it's a stage show here in Florence, or if it is, the new Frankenstein movie or something like that, or which I haven't seen, so I don't know if it's good or not.
I don't know if it's good or not either, but
I've heard good things.
Jacob Elordi. Call me. Anyways.
Yes, Jacob Elordi, who famously watches the Soda Pop podcast.
Hey, you don't know.
Yeah, he could.
You don't know.
He very well could.
I think that what makes good art? That's such a good question. I don't know. I think, like, I would say that it's the heart behind it, but like, truly, some people put their whole hearts into things and it doesn't turn out great. Like, there are things that are bad that somebody tried really hard at. And that's why not all artists make it, But I don't know. I guess that it depends on what classifies good. If it's like commercial success, like we were talking about, or if it's like the uplifting of people, or if it's the uplifting of the artist.
Yeah.
Because if it's uplifting of the artist, then it's just whatever the artist, I don't know, whatever you like keep covering.
Yeah.
He keeps covering up.
I keep covering it because I don't want you to see it and be like hurt by it. It's anyway.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that it just kind of is. It's art. Good art is something that makes people happy. You know, and like if it makes a bunch of it makes a bunch of people feel something.
Yeah,
I would say is a more like.
So you think good art is just art that makes people feel something? Is what you would say?
I think that's like a basis. This is scary. Mine's getting scary.
A good basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. I think I think good art definitely makes people feel something. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think it is also like people's definition. It's your definition of whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think there are like, I know, like Greek and Roman times, or whatever. They had different words for like formally good, and then like things that made you like just like they may not be necessarily formally good, but it's like a good feeling that comes with it or is associated with it, you know? And so I think there are things that are like technically or formally good pieces of art, and people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will judge stuff off of that or whatever. But I don't think format, like there are sometimes people experiment with form or do different things that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, it's just as valid as the other stuff. So yeah, I think, yeah, like you were saying, good art is kind of, yeah.
I think that it's very much in the same vein of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
True.
Of like, I mean, because that's just how it goes. Like there are some things that some people are going to be like, that's the best. My favorite example specifically, Mona Lisa Smile is such a great movie. Please watch it if you can. It's so good. One of my favorite things is that she puts up a picture of a cow that she drew when she was a kid. Mm-hmm. And she goes, 25 years ago, somebody thought that this was the best piece of art they'd ever seen. And then...
Oh, and it's her.
And then the student is like, who? And she says, my mom. Like, my mom thought this was beautiful. And it's like, I mean, if my mom looks at something that I make, she's like, oh, Dottie, that is so good. I'm so proud of you. Like, that's so good. And then, like, I have friends, like, I mean, I have some friends who are just going to, like, gas me up because they love me and they just, like,
regardless of what it is.
Right. And then, like, you are a really good example of somebody who you're not going to, like, lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not even to say, like, you're not going to be nice about something, but, like, genuinely, like, if I make something and you're like, I really like everything except for this one thing, you're going to say, I really like everything except for this one thing. Yeah. And, like, you're going to be very straight up about that. And, like, Reagan and I were talking about it the other day, and he was like, I want Brandon's opinion on things because Brandon tells me the truth, not just what I want to hear.
That's all. I'm glad I'm known for being truthful.
Sometimes.
No, yeah, I think there's a bad thing in the one thing. I think this is something hurtful, controversial opinion. I don't know, but one of the worst things I think you could do to an artist is lie. Yeah. Is say like, oh my gosh, like this is great, you know. Because, and many times I've had to do this because it's just like someone will come up with something and it's like, where on earth did you get this? Like, what compelled you to make this? And it's like, and maybe you can even see the passion or you can see the vision. And I think that's another thing, seeing the passion, seeing the vision, you want something to be successful for somebody. Yeah. You want it to be good, you know, but it's not, it's not always the case.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's also very
your skin tone is going to be very pink.
Hey, your skin tone is that pink. It's that color.
Okay, well.
Okay, twins.
Let's not judge us off skin tone. Wait, what color are your eyes? Don't just tell me.
My eyes are hazel.
Hazel, okay.
So they're like brown, green, hazel.
Okay.
This is probably like something in this.
Okay.
Just helping out my fellow man.
Fun fact about Dottie: her eyes are hazel.
My eyes are hazel. It's true. I'm gonna steal this pink back from you for 2 seconds. Because I gotta draw your ears.
All right. Yeah. Let's move forward. Next question.
You're asking all the questions. I feel bad I didn't come prepared.
No, it's all good. I think we're having a good discussion.
I agree. I keep getting distracted. This reminds me. Have you ever watched the Brittany Broski's Royal Court?
I feel like I have.
So at the very end of all the episodes, she has a thing where they have to make a family crest. Ooh. And they have like a bunch of prompts that they have to answer, and they have to ask, like she asks them like 10 questions over the course of them doing this. And they only have until she's done asking the questions to finish the drawing.
Oh my gosh.
And so many of them talk about how stressful it is, and I'm just now realizing how stressed these people truly are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We have. I thought this would go a lot quicker than what it did, but you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say.
Right. I think the worst part about we'll talk about it whenever we.
Yeah.
I'm moving on to a new drawing.
Yeah, you can move on to the Play-Doh if you want.
Oh my gosh, yes. Wait, what should I make?
Me.
Wait, you want me to? Okay.
Make a Brandon statue. Brandon Nation.
This is for hair. Okay.
Brandon Nation, rise.
Right.
So, yeah. How do you stay authentic as an artist? What keeps you?
Hold on.
Packing the Play-Doh. This is Dottie's Play-Doh, fresh out of her car, the back of her car.
Okay, no.
Okay.
This was in a storage room in my house.
Okay. Much better. 10 times better.
Wait, should I make a 3D you?
Yeah, make a 3D me.
Okay.
Sure. Branded in the round, as they say. Yeah. So what keeps you authentic as an artist? What? How do you know when like this is real Dottie talking?
I think that whenever I am like making something, writing something, drawing something, whatever it is, that is like very authentically like myself, I feel more fulfilled. Whether I like end up with a product I'm proud of or not, I feel more fulfilled on the other end of it. And like I feel like lighter as a person than I do whenever I do something that I like feel like I'm really bad at. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that even makes any sense. To
like you feel like a relief. Well, I guess like I don't know, because there is a thing of getting caught up in your work, you know, like getting caught up in it. It does become kind of repetitive or whatever. There's, you know, I always go back to something one of our professors said about, you know, even in the parts where you're filling out forms, like trying to figure out something creative, getting some creative fulfillment from that part of the process.
Yeah. I definitely just, I don't know. I feel like you sort of, it's like kind of extremely difficult. Like I feel like it's hard to explain almost. Like it's very, I don't know. I feel like the most myself that I ever do whenever I'm like making something that like I feel like I'm going to be on the other side of it. Specifically when I'm making something I feel like I'm going to be on the other side of it and I'm going to be proud of it. I feel very like real.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a real person. Mm-hmm. And that is not always how I feel. Sometimes I don't feel like a real person. Sometimes I feel like I'm faking it.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all feel a little not real sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like what makes you feel like
I've been on this podcast a couple times not feeling real. What makes me feel like it's an authentic Brandon?
Yeah.
I think there definitely are things that like in my art I see something and I have like the memory of making it or whatever. Like I remember being there at the shoot date or like being there when I wrote this thing or whatever, like the headspace I was in or the music that was playing or, you know, just the environment that was going on at the time. And I think, you know, that obviously helps me feel authentic, but I think that's something I try to remind myself a lot about is just the freedom it feels it like, because it took something in me because I remember being in 8th grade and debating to myself whether I wanted to go to art school or not. Like if I wanted to really like, which I was in 8th grade, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't.
When you make your real decisions.
Yeah, when you're making all your big decisions in 8th grade. But I just didn't know if that was even a possibility, if I should consider it, if I would, you know, want to keep pursuing it. And I just remember being like so passionate about what I was doing and about the art that I was like, and I hadn't really made anything at that point either, other than just like some side stuff for school or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I feel passionate enough about this to do it, you know, to do it. And it made me, you know, I still had that passion going to college and doing all that stuff. So I guess trying to find that, like trying to find that passion. And sometimes it's a lot harder other days than it is some.
Yeah. I definitely think that, like,
That's it.
especially, sorry.
No, I mean, I'm just going to say it was like an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
You know, it has those days where it's like, oh, the tide is up and I'm really feeling creative.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are exercises and things you can do to help do that. I don't really, I may need to look into that more to help me get my creative process. I don't really have I guess I don't have a creative process much of one.
I don't feel like I do either. I feel like I just kind of, I don't know, sometimes I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily, but it's also like you're saying, like, there's an ebb. I feel like I'm so far away. There's an ebb and flow to it for sure, where it's like some days I definitely feel more like doing it than other days. And sometimes I feel like an imposter, and sometimes I feel like I like know exactly what I'm doing. And that's kind of, you know, like a bizarre, I guess, experience. I also think that that's a huge, like, wake up call that a lot of people get when they come to college, is that, like, because you go into classes and you, for the first time in your life, you're doing the thing that you say you want to do for the rest of your life every day.
Yeah, all the time.
And that's not necessarily something that you get whenever you can take whatever colors that I have too.
Cool.
But like, that's not necessarily something that you like get with like high school, or, you know, even over summer and stuff like that. Like, it's not. So like, it's like they tell you whenever you go to college, like they sort of
This Play-Doh will not.
You might have to dig it out with your fingers.
Okay, yeah.
That they sort of tell you that, like, the first year of college is to weed people out.
Yeah.
And that's really true. I mean, like, I've seen a lot of people
weed them out.
I mean, there were people who were here my first year who I haven't seen them since, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of a part of the, also, I'm making your hair real curly.
Okay.
I don't feel like your hair is really this curly in real life.
You know, it's
Wait, take a sneak peek.
Johnny Test. I look like Johnny. I look like Dexter's mom.
I feel like you look cool.
Dexter's Laboratory.
This is what you look like in my head, by the way.
Okay. Like Goku hair.
Yeah. I don't have yellow, so.
Do you? I can kind of see my drawing out of the corner of my eye. Do you want to do the big reveal?
We can.
Let's go ahead and do our reveal before we
scared.
get into this Play-Doh.
Wait, am I about to find out that Brandon thinks that I'm, like, disgusting? You're, like, giggling. No, this is bad.
Yeah. Okay. Here, everybody. Here, do you want to? I've kind of seen yours. Do you want to do yours first?
We can
Reveal yours first. Okay, everybody.
Wait, drum roll.
I don't know how many of these sounds we can use because our
Guys, we recently found out that our soundboard has things on it that are copyright.
Our classic outro, which I don't even know if I can play right now.
No, I wouldn't.
It's copyrighted.
Wait, which one is the? Okay, that's the one I want to. We're gonna hit that whenever I pick it up. Okay.
Okay, ready? Give me ready.
3, 2, 1. Your eyes are a little crooked.
Oh no!
But other than that, I feel like I did pretty okay.
Let me make that face.
That's just what your face looks like. Do you like your mustache?
I do like my mustache. That's not bad though.
This is like, I mean,
I look like a Beavis and Butthead character a little bit. I look
yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, you definitely look like your character says, actually.
Who's doing this?
But I feel like, honestly, if you gave me time
Whittaway.
to like hone in, I feel like I could make this look better.
Wait, put it up. Hello and welcome back to the Soda Pump Podcast. As always, Soda stands for School of the Arts. That's what our audience sees every week.
It is.
And now I'm retiring.
Okay. Now it's your turn.
All right. Can you hit that? Do you have room to hit that?
I got it.
Okay.
Give me a countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It does have your full name.
Blur that.
Blur.
They probably can't read it.
Yeah.
Why are my teeth pink?
No, that's not your teeth. That's just your lips. I told.
How dry are my lips?
It was just what I did for the drawing. I don't know.
I'm putting on Aquaphor as we speak.
So.
Go ahead and talk me through your creative process for this. My head is so ovular. That is inevitable.
So I drew the head first, if you couldn't tell. And
I started with your jawline.
I was like, I think I drew Dottie's head too big, like pretty much immediately. And then I just kind of compensated and went with it.
Okay. But I like that. Are we hanging these up? Yay or nay?
I think we should hang these up.
I think we should.
This kind of gives like peace on earth, goodwill towards men. Like
right, for sure.
So how accurate do you think I was? Scale of 1 to 10. I think yours. I'm gonna give yours. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Really?
10 out of 10. Very accurate. Yeah, that's me.
Do you think that's accurate?
That's me. Yeah.
Your eyes are not that wonky.
That's definitely me. Yeah. No. Sometimes they do kind of dip in and out of place. Yeah. What do you give Dot? What do you give Dot? So there's Dottie and then there's Dot.
My cousins call me Dot.
Oh, well, now our audience will too. Dot Nation, rise!
Don't do that. I give yours I'll give it like a 6.
A 6, okay.
Cause like the colors are accurate.
Yeah, you're about that pink. Your face is about that shade of pink.
I'm
yeah.
talking about like the hair and the eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I tried to do the sweater. I didn't look at your sweater though when I did it, so I got the blue and gray. Oh. I look more and more like Dexter's mom, but I like it. I'm cool with that.
It's because it's orange.
It's orange.
I don't have yellow.
We don't have blonde Play-Doh.
Your hair is yellow.
It's yellow?
Not really, actually.
News.
I'm gandering at it more.
News
to me.
News to me. I forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, I did too.
Let's go to something else.
Hopefully none of our audience was like really hoping for one of our answers.
No, they're not.
Also, I just want to like as a person, can I acknowledge how cool your jacket is?
This jacket?
Yeah, your jacket. You look cool.
Thank you. Leather jackets, that's what us bad guys wear. Let's.
Also, I feel like all my Play-Doh is about to get mixed together, and I'm gonna be sad.
All right, this is something I'm interested to hear from you about. I think this is something I kind of struggle with sometimes. The artist's ego. What on earth was that? Sorry, there was like a sound check. I just heard like a boom outside the room.
They are doing tech today.
Oh yeah, tech for Hamlet. If you haven't seen our Hamlet episode, go check that out. Last week's episode. I'm tired of interviewing actors. We're not interviewing any more actors.
Noted.
The rest of
Noted.
the rest of the podcast. But yeah, how do you? Speaking of actors and ego, how do you balance your like confidence? Because you'd have to be kind of prideful, a little confident as an artist. You have to be, you have to like have some confidence in what you're making, but at the same time be humble enough to take criticism. I've met artists who can't they get a note and they're like, okay, yeah, sure,
yeah,
love those guys. Love working with those people.
So basically, you're asking like, how do you keep your ego in check?
Yeah, where do you find that line at, and do you find yourself dealing with this?
I think I find myself dealing with it specifically. I don't know though. I am. Let's get vulnerable on the pod.
Okay.
I am like pretty easily torn down. Like as a person, like if you
just the right gust of wind.
I mean, like genuinely, if I care about your opinion and then you tell me that you like don't like something I made, like that will hurt me. Like I will feel like, I mean, but it's something we talked about actually on Shay's episode. Go watch the Shay episode. If you haven't.
We fought a podcast.
We fought another podcast. We did.
Yeah.
But like it's something we talked about on her episode of like sometimes you have to consider the source.
Yes.
Whenever you're receiving criticism, because it's like, okay, like we were talking about earlier, if Brandon says something, Brandon isn't going to be saying something about my art to tear me down. It is for the intention of making it better and making it more palatable in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not the kind of person who's like, I want your art to be bad, and so I'm going to tell you that this is bad, even though it's really not. Like it's not that at all, and like you don't like have the intention of like getting people to give up or whatever.
Yeah.
But there are some people who that is their goal.
Yeah.
And there are some people
haters.
There are some people who that's not their goal, but that's what it feels like their goal is. You know.
Haters gonna hate.
So I think that it's something that it's like if you're able to keep an ego, like I think that it's healthy. I think that it's necessary, because exactly like you're saying, like you can't make art if you think all your art's bad. If you think everything you do is bad, how are you ever going to like actually make something?
True.
That's like worth anybody's time? Because like you if you give up easily, then like boom, done.
And we've talked about this before. There are artists who also think like the only way they make stuff is by like getting to like a bad place in their life.
Yeah.
Like they have to be, and that's just like goofy. Like I mean even like drawing on experiences as an actor, like that's one thing, but then like tearing yourself down is another. You know, like or like I mean I can draw on my experience. Like a lot of artists, like music artists, will draw on their experience of a breakup. Does that mean they're like, oh my gosh, I miss her still? Like no, it's like, you know, part of making art, I guess, is that self-expression, is the like the getting over it a little bit. It's it's that now that I've made this, I'm at peace with whatever that thing was that was like bothering me or at this time.
It's also, I would also say it's consider the source in the means of, is the person who's talking to you capable of making what you made?
True.
But better. Because if I write a script, right? Because script writing is like my favorite way to express myself. If I write a script and somebody who has never written a script in their life reads it and goes, I just don't think this is very good.
Yeah, true.
I'm going to be like, okay, how many scripts have you read? Because scripts read differently than watching a movie. Like it reads different.
Yeah.
But like also like if I make something, if you say to me, oh, I'm not really a fan of this, that's one thing. I'm going to be like, okay, why? And I'm going to want to implore more and like get to know you better or whatever. But like, if some person like on the street, like watches my movie, they've like baby's first movie, their first movie they ever watch is mine. And they're like, I hate this. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. And then I move on. It's also very like, I mean, obviously, like I feel like a lot of people have like really, most of us have like at least a really supportive person in our life. I have like, I'm lucky enough to have like a few. Yeah. My mom is a very supportive person in my life. I was talking to my mom the other day, and the night before I had talked to Reagan. I'm shouting out a lot of episodes today. Go watch the Dying Art episode.
Yeah, go watch the Dying Art episode.
We wrote a movie together. So I trust Reagan's like thought processes on writing.
His
obviously.
writing sensibilities,
And so if he tells me, I think you're a really good artist, I think that you could write for like your life, then I'm going to take that a lot more seriously than if somebody else does. Yeah. And like even my mom has probably, I don't even know if my mom's ever sat down and read a script of mine before, but my mom has told me before, like, I think you could do this for your life. Yeah. And it's like, even if there's a part of me in the back of my head that's going like, okay, well, she's my mom, still like.
And it's good to have that support system
for sure.
You know, that's very important. For me.
He fell apart. This is you, Brandon.
I just made a snowman kind of guy.
This is you.
Let's see me.
I can't hold it up. Marty, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Yeah, our producer Marty, throw up a picture. Future Marty.
Also, hey Marty. Hey. I like it when she writes little messages to us.
Yeah, I do too. I like her a little bit. She definitely edits different than.
Guys. Have you watched the last episode all the way through?
I haven't yet.
Okay, the episode all the way through. You know, there's that part where I go, okay, and then all of us are a figment of Brandon's imagination. Now make us all disappear. She put in the edit, she goes, I don't know how to do that. And she just covered us all with text that was like, don't look here. Pretend this isn't happening.
I like that.
Like all this stuff. It was
I like that.
funny.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're listening, you know, maybe every once in a while, go check out the YouTube. Go check out. Yes. We do have the visual portion of the podcast available on Spotify.
Marty is working hard editing those. She's doing a fantastic job.
And trying to get some of our episodes back up now that our end music has been copyrighted.
Apparently our end music is copywritten, and so we're going to have to figure something else out. So it will get changed.
One of the artist struggles, copyright.
Yeah, genuinely.
But yeah, so for me, I guess on top of that, it's a weird line finding the. It's something I struggle with because there are times where it's like, I think for certain projects you have to have more confidence in yourself. Like this project is daunting, so I have to like feel really comfortable doing this. And then other times it's like, well, I've done this before, or I've done something similar, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's finding that support system, and also people like you said, like people who put you in check and people who are honest with you. People who I have friends who I trust their opinions, and so it's like, I'm going to give you this script, and if you think it's bad, please tell me. Or
1,000%.
I'm going to show you this piece of art. Please tell me if it's bad or if I'm in over my head.
And then there's other people who they want to read your script, they want to see your art,
and they don't know what they're talking about.
And they don't know what they're talking about, and they're going to say it's bad, and you're going to go, okay, and then you're going to move on.
Yeah, or it's not their cup of tea.
That's just how it goes. Also, I think that like a huge thing is like whenever you're making art, if ever you're like worried that you're not going to be good enough, just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I think that that's something that I like you're talking about like the artist ego. I'm talking about the artist insecurity here. Like the other side of that of like, what if I'm not good enough? What if I make this and nobody likes it? What if I do this and it does nothing? What if I make this thing and then it sits for years and years and years?
Because I mean, we deal with that. I mean, we make short films, or we make being an art a college artist or whatever. You make stuff for class sometimes. You're like, wow, I'm really happy with how this came out. I really like this painting, or I like this dish I made. Mm-hmm. Where's it gonna go?
Right.
What's gonna come of it?
Even sometimes it's, I have to make this thing for class. I don't know anything about this genre, but I have to make something in this genre.
Yeah.
Or I don't know anything about this style of art, but I have to make something in this style of art. Mm-hmm. And it's like there's a part of you that has to just do it, even though you don't. Even though you're not as confident in it as other things. Like, I'm really confident in narrative film.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not as confident in a documentary.
Yeah. But it's also kind of liberating, too. I will say, jump head, when you're presented with those opportunities, sometimes it may seem daunting at first, but there have been times where I'll jump into a project. It's like, I'm not going to like, for example, we did a 48-hour film competition last semester. I was like, I'm going to hate this. Like, this is terrible. I really prefer having more time to do it. And it's like the most viewed thing I've ever posted on YouTube. And
it's funny. It's good. Like, it's really good.
And it's like, sometimes, jump into those challenges and just try and embrace new stuff as an artist, I guess is the thing. Keep an open mind when doing those things, because I mean, as artists, sometimes I think that's another thing. I get like stuck in my ways of like, this is how I did it, so this is how I'm going to keep doing it or whatever.
Well, it's kind of like, though, if you think about it, like every filmmaker you've ever watched, like all of these different people, it's like, for example, like Van Gogh. Van Gogh is most famous for his paintings, but he has like charcoal drawings and stuff. Like
original Van Gogh.
Right. But Marty, can you like superimpose a picture of a Van Gogh painting over that? Because that would be really funny.
Can you superimpose Dot onto everything?
No. Cut that.
We need more dots.
But it's like you have to try out different things and learn what you're really good at. But like a lot of people would never have discovered what they're really good at if they hadn't tried something they thought they'd be really bad at.
Yeah.
Like, I think like that's just part of it. Like, that's how it's
out there and fail.
Yeah, and out there and
make something.
And that's like the whole point of college. That's the whole point of like the
education. Or just being a young artist in general, or an old artist. You could do this any time in your life.
For sure.
George O'Keeffe is like 100 years old, getting famous as an artist. So go out there and being 100 years old, make what's ever in your heart, because you're not going to get another chance to make it.
Right. It's worth it to try and fail. Whenever, like, at the end of the day, it's either try and fail or never do it and never know.
We talk a lot about art, and look what we have made, which arguably, like, I would say masterpieces. I'm going to say masterpieces.
Are we actually going to hang these up? Because, like, they're kind of scary.
Look at my drippy snowman. He's kind of cool. I like,
I like that.
I like Brandon. Where did, he'll be up there. Anyway.
Who?
Little figure.
Oh, I killed him. I put him away.
Okay. Well.
Should I sign this?
Yeah, sign it. I think that's our time for today, unfortunately.
Yes.
But thank you all so much for watching the Soda Pop Podcast as usual. Once again, check us out on all our social media and places and things like that, and support us if you can. We really appreciate all the support and love, and we love you guys. We love being able to come, chill, make art, talk to you guys. It's really cool to have a little community. So yeah, as always, keep making stuff
and stay creative.
All right, we have to figure out a new way of exiting.
I think that we might just have to mute our mics and then walk off.
Really? Okay. Add some like cool stock,
We'll figure out some music.
non-copyrighted music here, future Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
All right.